Making a quick stop at the Comet Quartz Mine. This was opened to collect really high quality silica for electronics and then shut down. It's not very big, it's in a pegmatite, but right just where I parked I found this feldspar, another little chunk of it, some muscovite, thick book of it, that's a black mica. There's mica in feldspar and some individual pieces of mica or muscovite. So you can see it's on a fairly decent road that in the literature was called a trail. It's been improved with fresh gravel, and we have to go about, 30 meters up and we'll start to see quartz. Let's go take a look at the mine, maybe collect a couple of samples, and then I'll be on my way home. Like a lot of mining roads, the tailings end up being used to improve the road. And sometimes it's a way to identify where a mine is. Other times it's actually where you find the good stuff. The mine itself gets picked over, but the roadway, people forget about it. Isn't that pretty? I don't know what that is. I think it's a feldspar. Into the forest. Solid piece of quartz. So I think along here is just tailings. Stuff that they didn't take. But it's a ridge of tailings that goes about 50 meters. So I'm sure there's just a pile of interesting rocks just under the leaves. There's feldspar. There's a nice piece of quartz. There's more feldspar. Yeah, that's almost crystally, eh? It's a pretty rock. Pretty big. Some nice crystallized feldspar. There's some big boulders from the mine. You can see that they had drilled it for a blast hole. There's a feldspar. Look at that, right in the surface. I'm going to take that. And this is some of their crush. That one's almost smoky. Here's a chunk of muscovite. Looks like a piece of ice. Some larger pieces of muscovite. But this isn't the main mine. That's just up here. Let's explore it together. The floor is nothing but crush. Mica. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sparkly? This is more typical of what's here. I think most people to collect this sort of stuff would be finding rocks for their garden. Although maybe some of this could be put into a rock tumbler and polished up. Smoky. I like that. Wow. This quartz feldspar muscovite. How are you, Daisy, eh? Yeah, how are you, dog? Quartz, quartz, quartz. Here's a quartz. So this isn't really crystal. It's massive quartz. Here's a feldspar. How are you, dog, eh? Yeah. Oops. That looks like pyrite. Cool. There's the nicest outcrop. Looks like smoky quartz. Going back into the hillside. Maybe that's the piece right there for me. Yeah. It's dirty. I think I got a good one. Any more? More big rocks back in the forest. Look at that, looks like ice. I wonder if that's roll. There's a piece right there. How big's that rock? Probably too big to move. Okay, that's part of the bedrock. Okay, so we're at the top. Let's look back. I saw that shining in the forest. It's just muscovite. It's feldspar. It's quite nice. Almost became a crystal. Trying to see if that feldspar sparkles like a moonstone. I'm not seeing it. I think we're at the end of this little adventure. You know something? It'd be a great place to bring a kid collecting. Because it's quartz, and it's almost like a crushed glass sometimes. Make them wear gloves. Don't do what meMiner does and go in bare hands. I still have about a 4-hour drive ahead of me. So I'll get to it before it gets dark. Thank you so much for watching. What is it, Daisy? What do you see? Something's here. Could be a bird, could be a bunny, could be a bear, but a hair's not up. No worries.